1 John 4:16. So we have come to know and to believe the love that God has for us. For God is love, and whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. And David said, "This is the house of the Lord God, and this is the altar for the whole burnt offering to Israel." Now David said to gather together all the foreigners in the land of Israel, and he placed quarries to quarry planed stones to build a house to the Lord, and much iron for the nails of the doorways, and of the gates, and of the hinges David prepared. Brass in multitude, and there was no counting its weight. There was no number for the wood of cedars, for the Sidonians and the Tyrians brought wood of cedars in multitude to David. David said, "Solomon my son is a tender boy. The house is to be built to the Lord, must be to magnify upwards for a name and for glory in all the earth. I shall prepare for it." And David prepared for it in multitude before his decease. He called Solomon his son, and gave charge to him to build the house to the Lord, the God of Israel. David said, "Solomon my child, it was upon my soul to build a house to the name of the Lord my God. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, You poured out blood in multitude, and you made great wars. You shall not build a house to my name, for you poured out much blood upon the earth before you. But behold, a son is born to you. This one will be a man of rest. I will rest him from all his enemies round about. For Solomon is his name, and peace and rest I shall appoint over Israel in his days. For this one shall build a house to my name, and this one shall be to me as a son, and I will be to him for father. I will prepare the throne of his kingdom in Israel unto the aeon. Now, O my son, may the Lord be with you, and you shall prosper, to build a house to the Lord your God, as he said concerning you. Only may the Lord give to you wisdom and understanding, and strengthen you over Israel, to guard and to observe the law of the Lord your God. Then the way shall prosper, if you shall guard to observe the orders and the judgments which the Lord God gave charge to Moses for Israel. Be manly and be strong, and fear not. Do not be timid. Behold, I, according to my poorness, prepared for the house of the Lord gold of 100,000 talents, and silver of 1,000 of talents, and brass and iron, of which there is no counting the weight. For it is in multitude, and wood and stones I prepared. And you add unto these things, and with you 3 in 4 multitude, one doing the works, are craftsmen, quarries of stone, and fabricators of woods, and every wise one for every work. In gold and silver, in brass and in iron, in which there is no number. Rise up and act, and the Lord be with you. David gave charge to all the rulers of Israel to assist Solomon his son, saying, Is not the Lord with you? And he will give you rest round about. For he, delivering up into my hand the ones dwelling in the land. And the land is submitted before the Lord, and before his people. Now give your heart and your souls to seek the Lord your God, and arise and build the sanctuary to the Lord, to your God, to carry in the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and the holy items of God, into the house being built to the name of the Lord. And now David was older and full of days, and Solomon his son took reign instead of him over Israel. He brought together all the rulers of Israel, and the priests and the Levites. And the Levites were counted from 30 years old and up, and the number of them was according to their head count of males, 38,000. Of these were foremen over the works of the house of the Lord, 24,000, and scribes and judges 6,000. 4,000 gatekeepers, 4,000 praising the Lord with instruments which made praise to the Lord. David divided them into daily rotations to the sons of Levi, to Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. To the family of Gershon was Ladan and Shimei. The sons to Ladan were the ruler Jahiel and Zetham and Joel 3. The sons of Shimei, Shelemith, Hazael, Horan 3. These were rulers of the families of Ladan. The sons of Shimei, Jahath, Ziza, Jeush, Beriah. These are the sons of Shimei 4. Jahath was the ruler, Ziza the second. Jeush and Beriah did not multiply sons, and they were assigned for the house of the family for numbering as one. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, Uzziel 4. The sons of Amram were Aaron and Moses. Aaron was separated to sanctify the Holy of Holies, he and his sons unto the aeon, to burn incense before the Lord, to officiate to him, and to invoke upon his name unto the aeon. And as far as Moses, the man of God, his sons were called unto the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. The sons of Gershom, Shebuel the ruler. And there were sons to Eleazar, Rehabiah the ruler. But there were no other sons to Eleazar. The sons of Rehabiah increased in stature. The sons of Izhar was Shelemith the ruler. The sons of Hebron, Jeriah the ruler, Amariah the second, Jahaziel, the third, Jekameam the fourth, the sons of Uzziel, Mishah the ruler, Jesiah the second. The sons of Merari were Malai and Mushai. The sons of Malai were Eleazar and Kish. Eleazar died, and there was no sons to him, but only daughters. The sons of Kish, their brethren, took them. For the sons of Mushai were Malai, Eder, and Jeremoth, 3. These were the sons of Levi according to the houses of their families, rulers of their families according to their numbering, according to the numbering of their names, according to their head count, the ones doing the works of the ministration of the house of the Lord for 20 years and up. For David said, The Lord God of Israel rested his people, and encamped in Jerusalem unto the aeon. And also to the Levites it is not to fit the tent, nor any of its items for its ministration. For in the last words of David was the number of the sons of Levi from 20 years and up. For he established them for the hand of the sons of Aaron, to officiate in the house of the Lord over the courtyards, over the cubicles, over the cleansing of all the holy things, and over the works of the ministration of the house of God. For the bread loaves of the place setting, for the fine flour of the sacrifice offering, for the unleavened cakes, and for the frying pan, for the mixture, and for evermore, for every measure. To stand in the morning to praise and to make acknowledgment to the Lord, and so the evening. Upon all the offerings of whole burnt offerings to the Lord on the Sabbaths, and on the new moons, and on the holidays, according to number, according to the ordinance upon them, always before the Lord. They shall guard the watches of the tent of the testimony, and the watch of the holy place, the watches of the sons of Aaron, their brethren, to officiate in the house of the Lord. And the divisions of the sons of Aaron. The sons of Aaron was Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and there were no sons to them. Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, officiated as priests. But David divided them, even Zadok of the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech of the sons of Ithamar, according to their numbering, according to their ministration. And more sons of Eleazar were found as rulers of the mighty ones than the sons of Ithamar. He divided them to the sons of Eleazar for rulers, for the houses of the families, 16. To the sons of Ithamar, according to the houses of their families, 8. He divided them by lot, these with these, and for they were rulers of the holies, and rulers of God among the sons of Eleazar, and among the sons of Ithamar. Shemaiah, son of Nethaneel, the scribe from Levi, wrote them before the king, and the rulers and Zadok of the priest, and Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, and the ruler of the families of the priests and the Levites. The house of the one family, one to Eleazar, and the one to the one family according to Ithamar. The first lot came forth to Jehoiarib, to Jediah the second, to Harim the third, to Soyarim the fourth, to Malchijah the fifth, to Majamin the sixth, to Hakaz the seventh, to Abijah the eighth, to Jeshua the ninth, to Shechaniah the 10th, to Eliashib the 11th, to Joachim the 12th, to Hupha the 13th, to Jeshabib the 14th, to Bilgah the 15th, to Immer the 16th, to Hazir the 17th, to Apses the 18th, to Pethahiah the 19th, to Hezekiel the 20th, to Joachim the 1st and 20th, to Gamuel the 2nd and 20th, to Deliah the 3rd and 20th, to Maaziah the 4th and 20th. This is the numbering according to their ministration, to enter into the house of the Lord according to their ordinances, by the hand of Aaron their father, as the Lord God of Israel gave charge. And to the sons of Levi, remaining to the sons of Amram, Shubael, to the sons of Shubael, Jediah, to Rehabiah, to the sons of Rehabiah, the ruler, Ishiah, and to Izhar, Shelomoth, to the sons of Shelomoth, Jahath, to the sons of Jeriah, Amariah the second, Jehaziel the third, Jekameam the fourth, to the sons of Uzziel, Micah, to the sons of Micah, Shamir, the brothers of Micah, Ishiah, to the sons of Shekiah, Zechariah, to the sons of Merari, Malai and Mushai, the sons of Jaaziah of Beno, the sons of Merari to Jaaziah, his son, Shoham, and Zakur, and Ibri, to Malai, Eleazar, and there were no sons to him. To Kish, the sons of Kish, Jeremiel, the sons of Mushai, Malai, and Eder, and Jeremoth, for these were the sons of the Levites according to the houses of their families. And they also took for themselves lots as their brethren, the sons of Aaron, before David the king, even Zadok and Ahimelech, and the rulers of the families of the priests and the Levites, patriarchs, Arab as his younger brother.
O son, keep my words and my commandments, hide for yourself. O son, esteem the words Esteem the Lord. You shall strengthen, and besides him, do not fear another, but keep my commandments, and you shall spend life, and my words as if the pupil of your eyes. Put them on your fingers, and inscribe them upon the width of your heart. Speak wisdom to be your sister, and procure to yourself intelligence as an acquaintance, that she should keep you from the strange and wicked woman, if she should put words for you for favor. For from the window of her house she leans into the squares, at whomever she should behold of the foolish offspring, a young man lacking of sense, passing by the corner in the corridors of her house, speaking in the darkness during the evening, and whenever all is at rest nightly, or also at the dimness, the woman meets with him, having the appearance of a harlot, which makes the heart of a young man to flutter. And she is exciting and carnal, and her feet do not stay still in her house. For at certain times she strays outside, and at other times she lies in wait in the squares by every corner. Then taking hold she fondles him, and with impudent face she says to him, There is a peace sacrifice with me. Today I render my vows, and because of this I come forth from meeting you. Feeling the absence of your face, I have found you. In trimming I have stretched out my bed. I have spread spreads from Egypt. I have sprinkled my bed with saffron, and my house with cinnamon. Come, for we should enjoy friendship until dawn. Come, for we should wrap up in passion. For my husband is not at hand in the house. He has gone a long way, taking a bundle of silver in his hands. For only after many days will he come back again to his house. And she led him astray with much companionship, and also with nooses. For by the things from her lips she led him aground. And he followed after her, being easily led on, as an ox is led unto slaughter, as a dog to the bonds, and as a stag shot with a bow. Striking into the liver, he hastens as a fowl into a snare, not seeing that he runs for his life. Now then, O son, hear me, and take heed to the sayings of my mouth. Do not turn aside to her ways with your heart. You should not be misled by her shortcuts, for she has thrown down many and piercing, and innumerable are among she has murdered. Her house is the ways of Hades, and they lead down into the storerooms of death.
James 1:2-5. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, for knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, and let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Shelley Mann was just 6 years old when she contracted polio. After weeks in the hospital, her life was saved, but she was left with a paralyzed right leg. She began an intense program of therapy, particularly hydrotherapy, which eventually allowed her to regain her ability to walk. Mann enjoyed her time in the pool, and at 14 began training with a swimming club near her home in Virginia. Her aptitude quickly became apparent, and she started swimming in competitions. In 1956, she qualified for the U.S. Olympic swim team and won the gold medal in the 100-meter butterfly. The hardships she endured as a child helped her lay the foundation for great success in her swimming career. God does not send things into our lives accidentally or randomly. While none of us enjoy difficulties or obstacles, we should never lose sight of the fact that they are there for a purpose. Often we get to know God and grow spiritually during times of hardship that we never would when things are going well. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. The refining process involves a great deal of heat, but it produces a valuable result. If we keep God's purpose in mind, and we will not allow problems to detail us, instead we will patiently endure the hardships, trusting God to work his purpose in our life. He is always there, never abandoning us to our sufferings. We can come to him for the help, the strength, and the wisdom we need to rejoice in his plan, even before we fully understand how he is working for our maturity and for his glory. We can enjoy and rejoice in God's faithfulness, even when we do not see his exact purpose in what we endure.